Okay, dear children, today we are going to learn about the last chapter in science, food for health. Another chapter, food for health. Food for health. Food for health. So, in this chapter, we learn about what are the nutrients. What are the nutrients needed for our energy? So what is actually why we eat food for getting energy? So the nutrients, different nutrients are carbohydrates. Then second one protein. Then next one fat. Which are the nutrients? Carbohydrate, protein, fat, and vitamins and minerals. So these are the nutrients essential for our health. Okay, so why we eat means nutrients or means food items? It is for getting energy, and it will perform different physiological activities, etc. So among this, first start with a carbohydrate. So what is the first point? Carbohydrates. Okay, first point is carbohydrates. First nutrients. So these carbohydrates are made up of carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. Okay, first point. These are made up of carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. So actually, these carbohydrates are in different forms. Or what is the function of carbohydrates? They perform different physiological activities by getting energy. Okay, so first of all, carbohydrate is essential for perform physiological activities. So carbohydrate produces energy. Okay, energies. So this energy is performed for physiological activities like running, means swimming, writing, dancing. All the activities we need carbohydrates. See, so once again, carbohydrate is made up of carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, and it produces energy. It is essential for all physiological activities. Okay, dear children, the next one after these carbohydrates. So mainly the different forms of carbohydrates are sugar form, then starch form, and then cellulose. There are different forms: sugar, starch, glucose, and glucose. These are the different forms of carbohydrates. So carbohydrates are one of the nutrients which is made up of carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen, which perform physiological activities. Then which are the different forms of carbohydrate? Sugar, starch, cellulose, and glucose. Then next, which are the food items contain plenty in carbohydrates? So example, tubers. Note down, in tubers, കിഴങ്ങ് വർഗ്ഗങ്ങൾ, tubers, and one more thing, cereals, cereals are plenty of carbohydrates. So which forms of carbohydrate in tubers and starch and cereals? Starch. Okay, starch. So let's discuss once again carbohydrate. It is made up of carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen, and which provide energy. Okay, it's very important. It provide energy, and which is essential for all physiological activities like running, swimming, then walking, dancing, everything. Then which are the different forms of carbohydrate? Sugar, starch, cellulose, and glucose. And next one is examples which contain plenty in tubers and cereals. Okay, dear children, next we study about detecting stars. Detecting stars. That is an experiment. How to detect starch content. How to detect starch content in the food items. Okay. Example. First, aim of the experiment. Aim of the experiment to identify the starch in a given solution. So aim of the experiment. Next, material required. Which are the material essential for this test? So first, test tube, water, then rice gruel. Rice gruel means kanjivellam, rice gruel. Then another one, then test tube, or then iodine solution. So aim of the experiment, material required. Then procedure. So what are the procedure for means starch synthesis, you know. So first of all, we take a test tube and add some water, or some rice gruel, and add 2 or 3 drops of iodine, 2 or 3 drops of iodine solution. Then observe the color change. Endana color change. So the last two, after procedure, next is inference. Okay, we are going to reach the result of this experiment. So what is the result, you know? See, the white color turn into blue, deep blue color. Okay, deep blue color. What is your conclusion? Presence of starch. So this is the procedure, or means test for starch. Okay, dear children, next one is protein. About the protein. So proteins are the major food. Okay, protein are major food constituents, and which is helpful for growth and development. Note the point: growth and development. So what is the first point? It is the nutrient, another second nutrient, and which is essential in the major food for body growth and development. Very important, protein. The next, okay, what is the next point? So this protein will means with the help of, what is the main functions? Protein is essential for the formation of, which is helpful for the formation of cells, hair, and digestive juices. So major food which is helpful for growth and development. And second point, formation of cells, hair, and digestive juices. Then third point, instead of the absence of carbohydrate, the protein will provide energy. Okay, so listen, energy, and the absence of carbohydrates. Absence of carbohydrate. Major food which is helpful for, helps for the growth and development and formation of cells, hair, and digestive juice. Protein will provide energy, absence of carbohydrates. Then you know about the protein. So these proteins consist of carbon, hydrogen, not down hydrogen, carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, and sulfur. Okay, sulfur. So carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, and sulfur. In accordance with the body weight, one should need how much the obtained protein from diet. എത്ര വേണം? From at the rate of 1 gram per kilogram. 1 gram per kilogram. So actually these are the important points about the nutrients. Major food helps for growth and development. Formation of cells, hair and digestive juice. Protein will provide energy. Absence of carbohydrate. It is made up of carbon, hydrogen and nitrogen and sulfur. Then one should will need obtain the protein from the diet at the rate of 1 gram per kilogram. So there is a deficiency disorder, protein deficiency disorder, which is called kwashiorkor. Our disorder name is it is called kwashiorkor. Okay, it is called kwashiorkor. The disorder name, note down, kwashiorkor. It is the deficiency disorder of protein, kwashiorkor. What is the characters of kwashiorkor? You know, the deficiency, but the body of the affected will be weak. Body become weak and protruded belly type. Okay, so the body become weak and protruded belly type. ശരീരം ഒരു belly type ലേക്ക് പോകുന്നു.